So today I'm going to be sharing with you the books that I'm going to be reading in the month of February. I have a kind of a diverse bunch of books. There's 6 of them and 3 of them belong to a trilogy. And that trilogy is fantasy, then I have another fantasy, a literary fiction, and a thriller, which I have been itching for quite a while. And I am very happy that I finally picked this up because I've had it for a while and it's been staring at me, judging me. When are you going to pick me up? So I did. I had to. Very excited about that, but I definitely want to add more literary fiction and thrillers this year to my reading, so I'm doing that this month. But before I begin, let me know what are some of the books that you're going to be reading this month, and also if you have read any of the ones that I mentioned, let me know what you thought of them. Let's get into it. I'm going to start with the literary fiction, which is the one that I've already started. I started it last night, and this is Colorless, Sukuru Takashi's and His Years of Pilgrimage. I think I said that name almost right, semi-right. This book was recommended to me by a friend. He recommended this to me years and years ago, and I've had it for a couple of years, but it was never really the right time to read it for me. But some things have happened and I thought, yeah, this is the moment to pick it up. This book is about a young man, and when he was in his late teens, early 20s, he was sort of ghosted and ditched by his closest friends. That, being very isolated at that time of his life, had consequences, obviously, as it does. The fact that it says here in his years of pilgrimage, I'm assuming that he goes back into those years and sort of figures out what happened and finally deals with the situation and the consequences that it has had. It started kind of, how do I say this? Relatable. Very, very relatable to me. I'm very excited to read this, to see how it goes, how it ends, what happens to him. The next one is actually an extremely hyped book in the past couple of years here, and it is Babel by R.F. Kuang. Babel. I've heard people say it both ways, so I'm not exactly sure. It is a dark academia fantasy book. I don't know much about it. There is a lot of hype here, which I have high hopes, but still, I'm a little bit worried because sometimes when something has a lot of hype, I don't want it to let me down because it sounds perfect and it sounds right up my alley. So this is about a boy who is orphaned and a benefactor takes him to England, to Oxford, into the university and raises him there. But something's not quite right. So that is as much as I know. That is as much as I want to know. I'm one of those people that likes going into books fairly blind. It sounds great. It sounds like something I would absolutely adore. And also the cover, it is wonderful. The illustrations are beautiful. I am jealous of the person who drew those. Very jealous. The next one is the thriller, and that is The Guest List by Lucy Foley. I've had this for a while and I really wanted to pick it up. It's perfect timing, it's short, and I have a feeling that it's going to be very addicting. It is a thriller, and it is about an it couple and their wedding in an island in Ireland. The weather turns sour, and maybe so does the wedding, and there's going to be a murder, and people are suspicious. It's going to be a thriller. I have a few weddings this year, so I don't know, I wanted to pick this up as well. Sounds like a fun time. The last one is actually the series, is a trilogy. It does have a spin-off, and I do have the first one, and I will be reading it after this. I recently talked about the series in a video that I made sharing the books that I wanted to reread this year, and I said that I had read it, and I've been looking into the series because while I was setting up the books for this video, it has notes inside the series. The first 2 books have notes and are annotated. The third one is not, which makes me think that I never actually finished the series, and that is awful because I enjoyed the first. I'm guessing the first 2 so much, but how did I not finish? I have no idea. I thought I did, but I didn't. I don't know. And it is A Darkest Shade of Magic by Victoria Schwab. The first one is A Darkest Shade of Magic. The second one is A Gathering of Shadows, and the third one is A Conjuring of Light. I don't think I've read this. I thought I did, but now also it looks too new. It's not annotated at all, and that's suspicious with me because I like to doodle on books and then just write things and keep notes inside. That one's blank, so yeah. Anyway, A Darker Shade of Magic. I'm extremely excited to finish the series, but to also revisit a world and characters that I adored so much. I read this in May 2018. The main character in this is Kel, and he is able to travel between Londons because in this world there are parallel universes, and each of those has a different level of magic. He's the person that can travel through them, and he's actually a sort of messenger between the royal families of those universes. He's also a bit of a smuggler, and there's adventures and magic, and this is just wonderful. I had so much fun reading this. I loved it. So definitely very excited to finish the entire series. Ooh, the papers are falling off. And to pick up the spin-off series, because I have the first one, and that is on my reading list for this year. I have loved everything that I've read by Victoria Schwab. I've read a few of her books, and I think I will be doing a reading vlog since I haven't read the third one. I will do a big reading vlog with the trilogy. I think that'd be nice. Also, I don't have that many ideas for videos to make for this channel, so reading vlogs are just something that I can always go for. They take a little bit to make, but it's an idea, right? If you do have any videos that you want to see from me, any tags, I don't know if people are still doing tags here on BookTube, or any questions that you have, any sort of videos that you want me to make, let me know, because I need ideas. I'm slowly running out, and by slow I mean fast. I'm just out. So that's it. If you have made it to this point, leave me a star emoji. I know that there's a few. Choose the one that you want, just a little star. I love it. And that's it. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.